Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gary Holt from Exodus and formerly from Slayer, and you're listening to The Razor's Edge.
Hi, it's Kat from The Razor's Edge. I'm here on Bloodstock Sunday. I'm here with All Hail The Yeti. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you. We've had a selfie with Derek Green, so we're okay.
Yeah, it's the top of the day right there.
For people who don't know about you, do you want to say who you are and what you do in the band?
I'm Connor, and I'm the singer for All Hail The Yeti.
How was your set today?
It was great. It was super good. A lot of fun. Great crowd. No rain, so it was perfect.
Fantastic. Yeah. How does it feel to be at Bloodstock? Because it's quite it's the biggest independent metal festival in the UK, so a lot of people in the UK got a lot of love for it.
Yeah, we've this is our second time, so we get treated really well, and the crowd is amazing, and feels very like kind of tight-knit family kind of vibes, so that's what we like. So it's great. We're super happy.
And it's quite an eclectic festival. I think it's got a lot of different, I hate to use the term, sub-genres that play.
All sorts of different types of bands and music and stuff going on in the tents after hours. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah,
it's Pope Stars tonight over there. If you fancy a bit of sing-along to some classic rock, that's quite fun.
Yeah.
So you guys are from Hollywood. What is the metal scene like in Hollywood? Because historically, Hollywood's always been looked at as kind of the kind of rock part of metal, isn't it? You know, we've had things like the Rainbow and, you know, Guns N' Roses, you know, all those types of bands that come out from there. So what's the scene like now?
It's hard for us to say because we've been kind of, you know, ever since we started touring and doing the international stuff, we don't really play there very much anymore. So I couldn't even really answer, but I know things have changed quite a bit. A lot of the clubs have closed and they've shifted to more like legacy acts and like cover bands and stuff like that, which is great for people that love that. But we cut our teeth on the Strip, and that was where we started playing with this band. So while I have a love for that area and that place and that street and those clubs, it's definitely not what it used to be, in my opinion. So I can't answer about like the scene for like the bands and stuff. You know, I still have a few of our friends that are still doing it there, and we try to play a couple times a year, but because of all the crap that's gone on, we've kind of stayed away for a little while. So.
Yeah, and it's been difficult. I mean, I know, you know, we've had a difficult few years, everybody, and the music landscape changes, doesn't it, at quite an extraordinary rate nowadays, the way people access music, you know, streaming services and all of those things. How difficult it is to stay so relevant in it for bands now?
I mean, I think it's just a matter of just learning the new stuff and learning how to stay on top of what's working for other bands. And obviously social media and TikTok and all that stuff, unfortunately, is a necessary evil for a lot of bands.
Yeah.
And, you know, and I think the same with any type of like artistic industry. You know, you have to kind of conform and adapt and be able to figure out how to make it work. You know, things were different back in the day where you had to like fly by yourself and be out all the time, and you know, now you got to be kind of good on computers and good with those things. And so I mean, I guess it's like if you don't like it, then you just don't do it, and that's what's going to happen. You're going to suffer for it.
Definitely, and it feels like in some respects, although we've moved forward, things have become very disposable.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I think everybody likes a short little bit of everything, and they want quick little tidbits, and they want it all the time. Whereas how we started how I grew up was we wait a year for a record, and then you get a record and you listen to it all year, and then you wait for the next one.
And you read the linear notes.
And
you memorized the lyrics and all of those.
The artwork and everything.
It was exciting, wasn't it then?
Yeah. Now it's like everyone's putting out so much music all the time. It's like it's not really that exciting, you know. So while we're trying to like kind of shift to that a little bit, maybe put out singles more often and maybe do a single every month or whatever, and then release the record at the end of the year or something. It might be something that we'll try, but I don't know. I mean, I think it's fan-based kind of a thing too. If your fans are like that, then it works. If they're not, if like we have an older crowd and they're not into that, then it might not work for us. But just had to figure it out, I guess.
So 2021 saw Within Hollow Earth.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you feel that was received? That's something you're really happy with putting out?
Yeah, the record was great. It was the first record that we wrote with our new guitar player Dave, and he did a great job of like figuring out how to combine all the other three previous records into this. Unfortunately, it got postponed for 2 years or a year and a half because of all the bullshit. And we weren't able to put it out when we were supposed to. And then when it came time to it, we put it out during a Ginger tour. And it was at the end of the fourth quarter, and it was just like, again, rushed. And it's tough. But it was like, if we didn't put it out then, it was like we had a tour, and we should put it out when we've got a tour and a big tour. So, it's a great record, and we're super happy with it. But it just needed a bit more, and I think maybe the timing was wrong. So it's just what happens, especially when COVID and all that.
So much.
Yeah.
It's a different time for everybody.
For sure. Yeah,
So
absolutely.
what can we expect to see from you guys in the next 12 months?
We're finishing this. We'll head to Newcastle tomorrow for a little headline show. Then we're back to Europe for another week, and then we head home to finish writing. And we'll probably have a new record out in the spring, I would say. Yeah, and then hopefully back here maybe in the winter. Yeah.
Have you managed to check out any bands this weekend?
Yes, I watched Knocked Loose yesterday. Unbelievable. Yeah, unbelievable. I watched Meshuggah, of course. I watched Triptychon doing Celtic Frost. Yeah, so good. I watched.
How good was Grips of
Yeah,
Rome?
so good. I watched. What else did I see? I forget. Today I'm going to watch Biohazard, Zeal and Ardor. I'd like to see a little bit of Decapitated, but I don't know if I'll be able to. Sepultura, of course. Ugly Kid Joe is rad. Megadeth.
Just have to see if everybody.
Yeah, watch a little bit of everything. Yeah, for sure.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you keep up to date with future episodes by subscribing to our channels. For more information on this podcast, or for all the latest music news, reviews, interviews and more, head over to our website, www.therazorsedge.rocks.